So this is the second lesson of writing algebraic equations. So let's fix the mistake. Gordon says, this is the number routine. Gordon says 8 less than m is written as 8 minus m. Let m equal the number machine. Is he correct? Let me get my pen. Let's use blue this time. So we have the machines. There are 8 less than those machines. So you're taking away 8 from the number of machines. So you have the machine, you're taking 8 from it. So he is not correct because we know the number of machines is 8 less than those. So they're like 10 machines, 8 less than that would be 2. So you're taking 8 from the number of machines, 8 less than the number of machines started. So let's go to do now. 1.166 kilometers in every mile. Writing expressions represent the approximate number of kilometers in m miles. And use the expression to find the approximate number of kilometers in 5 miles. So do we know the number of miles? No. Let m equal the number of miles. So there's 1.6 kilometers for every number of miles. 1.6 times the number of miles. So that is our expression. 1 is 6/10 times m, or 1 is 6/10 m, 1 is 10. So we know that there are 5 miles. This 10 times 5 miles would be 8 miles. Because there are 1 and 6/10 for every mile. If you have 5 miles, it's 1 and 6/10 plus 1 and 6/10 plus 1 and 6/10 plus 1 and 6/10 plus 1 and 6/10. I think that's 1 and 6/10. I think I said that 5 times. It'd be 8 miles. So let's practice some more. 3 less shoes than twice the amount that Bob has. So it's a circle. 3 less shoes than twice the amount that Bob has. Do we know how many shoes that Bob has? No. Let's let B equal number of shoes that Bob has. So we do not know how many shoes that Bob has. So it's 3 less shoes than twice the amount that Bob has. So Bob has twice. So twice means 2 times the number of shoes that Bob has. But you're taking 3 from it, 3 less shoes. Be careful of doing this. 3 minus 2 times B. Some kids will do this. This is wrong because you're taking twice the shoes from the 3 shoe he has. That wouldn't even make sense in real life. So 3 less shoes. You're taking 3 shoes from it. So here's a picture for those pictures. Bob has 5 shoes. You're taking away B from that. 2B minus 3, or 2 times B minus 3, or 2 parentheses B minus 3. Half as many games as Paul. Do we know how many games that Paul played? That's P equal the number of games Paul has, or number of Paul's games. So half as many. So half means divide by 2. We can do half of Paul. Or we can even write it as P divided by 2. All of these mean the same thing. It's half of what Paul has. If you know Paul has 10, 10 divided by 2. Half of 10, 10 divided. Twice as many times as she rode the Ferris wheel. Do we know how many times she rode a Ferris wheel? That's the missing information. So Let F represent the number of rides on Ferris wheel. So it's twice as many. So it's 2 times number of rides on a Ferris wheel, or 2F. Here's a Ferris wheel, twice as many. Spent $6 less than Leah spent. Do we know the missing ingredient is? Do we know how much Leah spent? Leah amount. Leah spent. She spent. No, we know someone spent $6 less than what she spent. So what is 6 minus L or L minus 6? Which one makes sense? So this is Leah. We spent 6 less than what she had. So we're taking away 6 from her. So this one will make sense. Leah has this amount of money. We spent $6 less than what she has. 3 more than half the number of those phone calls that Jay had. Let blank represent. But J, we do not know information about J. Let J represent number of phone numbers that J has. Plus 3 more than, let me add 3 more than half the number of girls' phone calls that J has. So half of what J has. So this will be one way to do it. We could replace this J plus J, 3 plus J divided by 2, because isn't half means the same thing as 5 by 2? We can even return it as this 3 plus J divided by 2. I'll even let you can even do this J divided by 2 plus 3, because when you add, it does not matter if you put this commutative property. It doesn't matter if you add before or after. 37 points less than twice the grade on her science test. Do we know her grade on the science test? No. Let's use G. Science test grade. So let G represents the science test grade. So 37 points less than twice the grade. So twice the grade, that means times 2, and it's 37 less than that. Would this make sense? It would not make sense, because here are the grades, twice the grades. You're taking 37 less, 37 points away from that. Here is you have 37 points. You're taking twice the grade from that. That doesn't make sense. It's 37 less. You're taking 37 from twice the grade. 2 minus 37 would be acceptable. And let's look at our last example. What's the amount of jazz concert tickets sold? Can they tell us how many concert tickets were sold? So let J represent amount of jazz concert tickets sold. Was twice the amount of jazz tickets sold. 2 times J, or 2. So 50 less than twice the amount that Tom received. So do we know how much amount Tom received? So let T represent amount Tom received. So it's 50 less than twice the amount. Twice the amount. Times 2. So we're twice the amount Tom received. So we're finding twice the amount that he received. You're taking 50 from it. Here's a picture of it. Here's Tom received twice the amount. 50 less than. You're taking 50 from that. But this would not make sense if you had written it this way. Some of you may write it that way. That would not make sense, because you're taking 50 less than. Here you're taking twice the amount from the 50. That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's use the statement to help you. 50 less than twice the amount you receive. 13 less than 3 times the number of students who listed basketball as their favorite sport. So they did not tell us how many students listed basketballs at their court. So let B represent number of students who listed basketball as their favorite sport. So 13 less than three times the number of students who chose three times the number of students who chose basketball, and 13 less than that. 13 from those students are 3b minus 13. If you had written as 13 minus 3b, that would have been wrong because you're not taking 13. You're not taking three times the students from the 13. You're taking 13 students from the all the students who like basketball. So in our next activity after that, you'll be given one of these statements. You will have to find a match. You will have to find people who matches you that have the exact same thing. N divided by 6 can be rewritten as this. The quotient of a number 6 is this, and a number divided by 6. All of these are equivalent. For example, a number decreases 8. Now, you know a number, you're going to decrease it, you're going to take away 8 from that. A number minus 8, 8 less than that. All these mean the same thing. Then afterwards, this is a really good website. If you have your QR scan, I'm going to leave it right here. I would like you to scan this. And this one also practice how to write algebraic expressions. So please scan this if you would like to try this to help you. I call Who Wants to Be a Hundredaire. So this is how you write algebraic